Baltimore Choral Arts will perform Mahler's Symphony No. 8 on Sunday, April 26th, 3 p.m. And with me to talk about the performance is their music director, Anthony Blake Clark. From my understanding, it's been 30 years since Mahler's Symphony No. 8 has been performed in Baltimore. What was the motivation behind programming it for this year?
About 5 years ago, Baltimore Choral Arts got a chance to go to England and do this with the CBSO, the City of Birmingham Symphony Orchestra. And it was just a transformative experience. And it requires a huge symphony chorus. It requires a symphony chorus that's really, really good. And so for that reason, a lot of people say it comes around one time in your life if you're a symphony chorus singer. Fortunately, this will be at least the second or third time for most of my singers. It's just an amazing piece. So I want Baltimore to be able to hear it.
It seems like you're really focusing on the inner heart of the work, the motor, with the vocal forces and organ.
Just like we do sometimes with the four-hand piano version of the Brahms Requiem, we're highlighting the inner voice, as it were, of the whole piece, which is the chorus and the soloists and the children's choir. And it's really the heart of the work. It's where the text lies, obviously. And it's just amazing. David Briggs, who is one of today's premier organists, has created an organ transcription, sort of in the style of Franz Liszt, where Liszt would take these massive symphonies and arrange them for piano. David has done the same thing for Mahler 8 and organ. You'll hear an orchestra. It will just be through the two hands of David Briggs on the organ.
So what are some of the main ideas in this symphony?
Simon Rattle, when I asked him when I was a graduate student to talk a little bit about Mahler 8 with me, he said that one thing you have to keep in mind when you approach this symphony is that it's in two parts. So the first movement is a sacred text. Come Creator Spirit is a Pentecost hymn in Latin. It is a sacred text that is approached from a secular perspective. And the second movement, which is Goethe, it's from Faust, is a secular text treated in a sacred way. I think that's a really beautiful way of thinking about spirituality and thinking about our music and then thinking about this text. And so that's what I'd like people to take away, is that there is so much transcendence and beauty and spiritual contemplativeness that can be found in both texts.
What makes Mahler's music, especially the symphony, fitting today?
He talks about the human existence in every single facet. There is this way that Mahler gobbles up the entirety of music history. He's consuming all of music that's come before and putting it into a giant bottleneck and letting it explode out the other end in other interesting new ways. And I think that you hear that. I think you just hear the entire cosmos in one symphony. And Mahler 8 probably is the best example of that. It is totally music of the spheres, music of the universe. The best recordings in the world don't do this piece justice, because to sit there in a hall and hear the organ rattle your chest and to hear hundreds of singers just blazing at you it's a really unique experience.
It sounds like it's going to be a really powerful performance and a powerful afternoon of music. Thank you so much for doing this.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me today.
Conductor Anthony Blake Clark has been my guest. He will be leading the Baltimore Choral Arts in Mahler's Symphony No. 8 on Sunday, April 26th, 3 p.m. at Grace United Methodist Church. You can visit baltimorechoralarts.org for tickets and more information. That's baltimorechoralarts.org.